Alright, what is going on, guys? So we got a little bit of a situation here. Behind me is this brand new, at least new to me, canal that I found last weekend. But there is a tropical storm passing through, so it is a little bit offshore, but we've got the kind of remnants here in South Florida. It's been raining all day. Not too bad, but pretty steady, so we'll see how that plays out. Going to continue testing my new rod here, the Queen Teton. Got a video on it on my channel. I used it once before. Check that out if you want to see like the kind of first impression review of it. Got it paired up with a Daiwa Legalis 1000 reel, 4-pound fluorocarbon on there. And we're going to be starting out with a small Trout Magnet, so 1/64 ounce jig head with a small soft plastic. So really, we'll see how this canal produces. I don't see any fish yet, but I'm sure there's some in there. So let's give it a shot, and let's get into some fish. Alright, so what I really like about this canal, it looks really natural, really not man-made, really untamed. A lot of the canals I fish, they just look really man-made and unnatural. So this one looks pretty cool to fish, at least compared to the ones I'm used to. Oh, and there's a fish. First cast, first fish. What do we got? Of course, Mayan cichlid. Wouldn't expect anything else. Alright, this guy has a nasty attitude. He jumped around all over the place, got pretty dirty. So I'll toss him back on in there. But first cast, we got our first fish, so I am super happy with that. Let's work our way down. Hopefully there's more in here than Mayan cichlids, because I catch enough of those in all my other spots. Fish on. Another little Mayan. Alright, these little Mayans, I don't like Mayans to begin with, but especially when they're this size, they just have like the nastiest little attitudes. They can't stop flopping around. They try to bite you all the time. Just tons of energy. But so far, 2 small Mayans, so that's not making me all that happy. I hope there's some other species of fish in here. Fish on. Little guy again. What is this? And another Mayan. Alright, Mayan number 3. Once again, this guy's flopping around all over the place. But like all canals, this one seems to be full of Mayans. Alright, rain's coming down a little harder. But I just love the look of this canal. It's so natural, so jungle-like. There's a lot of structure down there. I could see a lot of fallen branches, some palms, some logs. So it looks like a real nice spot for some fish to be hanging out in. I just hope it's more than just the Mayans. Fish on. Here we go. Ooh, what is this? Of course, smallest Mayan of the day. There was just little Mayans. Alright, so smallest Mayan of the day by far. Nice colors on this. This one's got like more teal turquoise on him than most of the other ones. Now he's actually perfect bait size for like snook or tarpon or even largemouths or peacocks. But I don't think I'm gonna find any of those, at least of any size, in this canal here. Oh, fish on. Another Mayan, tiny one. Alrighty, little Mayan cichlid like all the other ones. Now, based on what I know about Mayan cichlids and these kind of canals, I'm pretty certain now all I'm going to get today are just little Mayans. But that doesn't mean we can't keep trying, so I'm hoping for something else. Let's hit a new species down that way. Yeah, so in these kind of smaller, shallower canals, I just like something super small, like a Trout Magnet, 1/64 ounce. And I could work it really slow too, which is great. It doesn't sink too fast, which is perfect. And it doesn't take much for me to keep this thing where I want it. So any kind of small lure, I've also used like small, thank you. Guy just told me good luck. I've also just used some small 1/32 ounce beetle spins in these kind of canals and had a lot of success. So anything small that moves slowly, I think is perfect. That was another bite. There's 2 fish down there. What do we got? This Mayan? Yep, of course it is. All right, here's another little Mayan. I've already lost track of how many of these little guys I caught today, but I've only been here 15 minutes. So this place is definitely infested with them. Oh, fish on. Of course it's another Mayan. Just dropping real fishing with these guys today. All right, so I know I catch these guys a lot, and most of South Florida is infested with them, but I've never seen a body of water with as many Mayans and as little of anything else as this little canal here. Oh, fish on. And it is, of course, wouldn't expect anything else, another Mayan. All right, another tiny little Mayan. So I think this is probably as good a time as any to tell you guys the history of how the Mayan cichlid ended up in Florida. So let me just toss this one back. And so in the 1950s, and even before that, these were popular in the aquarium trade. But in the 1950s, I guess some people released them, maybe even a little bit before that, but it was in the 50s when they were first found in the waters of Miami. And in the last 70 years or so, they pretty much spread to every single body of water in South Florida. So these guys are all over the place. They're native to like Central America, where the Mayan, kind of that's where they get the name, Belize and kind of that area of Central America and Mexico. But yeah, they're all over the place at this point. So if you're not from Florida, you probably wouldn't know that history, but they're a kind of cool fish. I just don't like them too much because they are all over and they take over the body from all these native fish like the bluegills and all the other sunfish that I would much rather prefer to catch. Fish on. This is a bigger one, but it looks like another Mayan. Yep, bigger Mayan. All right, this guy is a little bit bigger. He gets the grippers, but biggest fish of the day, of course, though, it is another Mayan. Fish on. This guy's pulling a little bit better. Oh, there's a gar chasing him. Is that a snakehead? Let me get this guy up. It's a little Mayan cichlid. There was either a gar or a snakehead chasing this little guy. All right, here's our little Mayan. Rain is coming down harder, so if it stays pouring like this, I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay here just catching these little guys. Oh, fish on. That guy pulled a little bit of drag. It looks like another Mayan. Because of course it is. Oh, this one's a good size. Not too bad. All right, another little Mayan. This is a nice size one. One of the bigger ones of the day. Check out that tail. He's got a nice little split right down the middle. But of course, we'll let this one go and hope for something else. And the rain is coming down harder. Oh, fish on. Is that a Mayan? Of course it is. For a second I thought it was a largemouth. I saw more green, but there's that yellow and red and orange belly. All right, Mayan cichlid number something for the day. I don't know, it feels like at least 10 at this point. All right, so I broke off my last 1/64 ounce jig head, so I tied on a 1/32 ounce, so a little bit heavier, but should still be able to fish this effectively in this small little canal. Just gonna sink a lot faster, so I gotta retrieve a little bit quicker, but there should be some fish still interested in it. Fish on. Ooh, what is this? Is this different? I see some silver. Oh yeah, first bluegill of the day. This is awesome. All right, super cool little catch. After all those mines, we got our first native of the day. Nice little copper-nosed bluegill. Do I have it on? Oh yeah. Of course. Another mine. Oh, this guy engulfed it. Alright, first Mayan cichlid on that neon 1/32 ounce jig. But as always, we'll let this one go. I thought after that bluegill maybe you would have had some better action, but doesn't appear so. Alright, so as that heavier rain passed through, the water started moving a lot faster from right to left here, and I think that might have also turned the fish off because I haven't gotten a bite here in 15 minutes. So if I don't get anything here soon, I think I might have to call it a day. Alright, so that is going to do it. After that non-stop start in the first, I don't know, 20-30 minutes that I was here, I only got 2 fish after I had to switch over to this little 1/32 ounce jig head and that chartreuse little soft plastic. So I don't know what changed. It might have been the lure I was using, but that was also around the time that larger, heavier rain passed through, so that might have also changed things. But the Queen Teton worked out pretty well, along with the Daiwa Legalis. I like this setup a lot, actually. My second time using it. It might be cursed though, because both times I have used it, it has poured and poured hard. This canal, really, it looks awesome. Just like a little jungle canal in the middle of this suburban area, but not too much as far as the fish go. All Mayans, got one little bluegill. Well, that's kind of the problem in South Florida, and really actually all over the US. All these non-native fish have taken over the bodies of water with the native fish, even though it might not seem like it. So I'm sure in your areas, like I'm from New Jersey, so for example in New Jersey, let's say largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, and northern pike. All 3 of those are not native to New Jersey, even though most people probably think they are. So those were stocked at some point, probably in the late 1800s, and they have taken over. Now those are the top predator. So really all over the US and all over the world, I have never fished a body of water in my life that only contained native fish, at least as far as I'm aware, right? There's been so many fish that have been stocked over the years, like these Mayan cichlids in these canals in South Florida, that there's no native fish left, right? There's a couple, but almost everything you catch now is going to be non-native. That one bluegill I caught, that's the only native fish to South Florida that I caught today. And I mean, the same thing is probably happening all around the country. So that's a little unfortunate. Not much we can do about it though. So anyway, hope you guys liked it, and I will see you next time.